off day for the Phoenix Suns after back-to-back wins over the holiday weekend, beating the Orlando Magic and the Portland Trail Blazers at home. They've got the LA Clippers coming up tomorrow. And joining us right now as we go off the court with the Phoenix Suns for the first time this season, we have the pleasure of welcoming in Bradley Beal into the Burns Gambo show as he joins us here on the flagship home of the Suns. Bradley, I'm Dave. This is Gambo. Welcome to the show. We appreciate your time today, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, fellas. How you guys doing?
It's just fun to watch you play basketball. Fun to watch you get out there and do your thing. I thought that I really loved the way you played in the Orlando game. You know, this team's been looking for a spark late. They've struggled in the fourth quarter in the final 5 minutes, and I really thought you took over that game. After they took the lead 96-95, I thought you really took over with 3 big baskets. What does it feel like? How do you feel coming back off the injury and getting back into doing your thing?
No. Thanks for the kind words. I mean, the biggest thing for me is just getting back to play, just being healthy. You know, the biggest thing that we miss out on is, you know, constantly building on our chemistry and building on our camaraderie, but we can't do that if we're not all available. You know, and I know I missed a great handful of games this year, and for me, it was just good to just be back on the floor. You know. And secondly, you know, I'm always have the mentality of just being aggressive, being myself, and I have to keep telling myself, like, there's a reason I'm here. You know, there's a reason I'm here, and just go be me. And I'm grateful that I have an unbelievable group of guys who encourage me to continue to be aggressive and help this team win as best as I can.
Yeah, you've had the ups and downs. Tell me about the last one, though. When the game against the Knicks, you come down, you land awkwardly on Dante DiVincenzo's foot, obviously flagrant foul for him. But just, again, you had worked so hard to come back, and then you've got to be sidelined for a couple more weeks. What was that like for you?
It's frustrating. You know, it's beyond frustrating because those things are all out of my control. You know, and I think that's probably one of the most annoying things about the injuries I've had is a lot of them, they're all out of my control. Like, there was nothing I can do about them, you know, but, you know, face the music and, you know, face it head on and try to get back on the floor as quick as I can. And, you know, the one in New York was definitely devastating because my back was in a great place, you know, from that putting me on the back burner for a good minute. But to tweak my ankle like that, you know, I didn't think it would be as bad, but I tweaked it really, 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 really bad. And so, I'm just happy and fortunate that I was able to come back a little bit faster than expected.
Yusuf Nurkic, and I know you responded to this, but I want to get your reaction to it again here on our show. He was asked what's been the difference with the Suns during this 4-game win streak. Quote, Bradley Beal, don't even finish. Bradley Beal, close quote. That was his answer last night after the win against Portland. How does that make you feel, Bradley?
It's humbling. You know, it's very humbling. For me, it just encourages me to just continue to, like you said earlier, when you introduced me, just bringing a spark to the team, just trying to bring some energy. It's not always about scoring. You know, we have 2 of probably the best scorers that ever touch a ball on our team. So I'm not, you know, it's nothing of that caliber. It's just constantly lifting guys up, bringing that energy, bringing a spark, and whatever it is, either offensively or defensively, you know, I'm going to try to get us going, you know, and I'm definitely blessed, man. This is obviously the best team I've ever been on. So I'm just taking advantage of every single day that I have and trying to get better and trying to learn from these guys and just how I can help make the game easier for everybody.
We've been talking about it all season long since the season began in late October. Like, how many games until it all starts to mesh? How many games until all the pieces kind of start to click together? You're obviously deeply embedded in all of this as a major part of the Big Three. How many games do you think this needs before you guys are all connected the way you need to be for this really to work the way it's supposed to?
Man, that's I don't know, man. I always told myself in the past, like, it wouldn't take long, but, I mean, we're humans too, you know, at the same time. And it's also hard to win in this league. You know, sometimes we get a little naive and think we're superhumans. We can go out and do this, do that. But, you know, it's still going to take some time. You know, I think offensively, we'll click a lot faster. Our defense has been our Achilles heel. Like, we have to be better on that end of the floor. Because offensively, like you said, we have 3 really good scorers. The floor is since I've been back, has been very spaced, and it's been giving guys the ability to be able to create and have Nurk have rolling lanes without being bumped and being able to catch and finish easily. So I think offensively, I mean, it's still going to take games. What number, I can't really put a number on it, but, I think it'll definitely be a lot quicker than you've probably seen a lot of teams that are, being assembled before. But because we're such an unselfish team, too, I think sometimes we have to bark at each other to kind of shoot the ball or be more aggressive. So I think our main attention needs to be on the defensive end, and once we get that, I think we'll be clicking a lot better.
Yeah, well, we all got a kick out of that comment last night when you called the defense tragic. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by tragic? How bad is this defense right now?
I mean, we have spurts. We have spurts where we're really good, and then, we kind of take our foot off the gas a little bit, or, we'll have these mental lapses where we don't communicate or we just mess up some coverages. But, and if we want to be the team that we say we want to be, we know we can't have those, like, mental mistakes, that we may have throughout the game. So, and I'm one of them, too. It's a collective group. So, we all have to be better, take more pride in our one-on-one defense, and rebound, man. We got to rebound. If y'all got some pointers on rebounding, we'll take them.
You're asking the wrong guys, Bradley.
Dude, I'm
the wrong guys.
I'm a 5'10" Italian that used to be a boxer, man. I don't know.
I'm 6'1" and I'm.
We need some of that toughness.
Yeah. You want fighting tips? I got you. But basketball, I'm not gonna be able to
If you
help
want tips on how to eat a holiday Christmas pie, I'm your guy. But other than that, there's no rebounding tips you're getting from me, man.
Take me back. I know, and don't tell me you guys block out the noise, because I know everybody says that. But right after the Christmas Day game, when the team got beat by the Mavs, man, everybody's taking a blowtorch to you guys, and I think it was unfair because you haven't played together. But there was a report that Durant is unhappy with his current team. Stephen A. Smith was calling you guys hot garbage. Does that irk you a little bit?
I think at this point in my career, no. I'm older and mature. I think earlier in my career, it probably would have bothered me. I probably wouldn't have been able to sleep or look at those guys if I seen them in person. But no, not in today's life. Like, it's I mean, some of the stuff they were saying was right. Like, a lot of it depended on me being healthy, and I wasn't healthy. I wasn't back on the floor. I don't agree with us being hot garbage, but we weren't playing well, and so. All of those things, I mean, some of those things were true. The way they say them, you don't necessarily agree with them, but we don't pay attention to it. Like you said, like it is outside noise, but we do see it. We just don't allow it to bother us. We have a very mature group. I don't know if everybody even seen it or pay attention to it, honestly, but, we control what we can control, and we know that's solved with our play on the floor.
Is it harder than it looks taking three great players, like really, really great players like you and Book and KD, and meshing that together? Like it's kind of a balancing act, isn't it, when you're taking three players like that?
100%. It's a sacrifice. All three of us have to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. And at the same time, we all push each other to be ourselves. And I think that's what's beautiful about our group. We have three very unselfish guys. And you have three guys who just want to win, and win at the highest level. And I think that's the beauty of it. And it's a work in progress. Yeah, it's not easy. Yes, it probably won't look great all the time. It won't be perfect. But I think the fact that we have us three, we're very eager to learn. We're very eager to learn from each other, about each other. And we just enjoy the game, man. We just have a huge passion for it. And I think that trumps everything. I think it just makes the transition of trying to mingle that all together easier.
All three of you guys are just so talented, and you all could facilitate offense, and you could run an offense through you. There's a lot of talk about this team just doesn't have that true point guard, and in the end, it's going to haunt you guys. You've played a lot of point guard. Book has played a lot of point guard. Do you feel like you guys are capable of taking this team where it needs to go without having a traditional point guard?
100%. And it's crazy because I don't know how many traditional point guards exist in our league anymore. I think a lot of them are shooters, a lot of them are scorers. Very rarely you see a lot of traditional PGs, in our league. So, we're able, like you said, we're able to all facilitate the ball. We're all very unselfish. We're all able to handle pressure. And handle the ball. Like it was not. We don't complicate it. You know, we hear it, but you know, we're able to. I think us being a threat with the ball is. I mean, defenses have to account for that, you know, versus a point guard who may just be coming off the pass or just coming off to initiate, not necessarily being as aggressive as Book will or as I will or as KD will coming off an initial action. So, you know, I think we kind of love where it is, and it's still a work in progress. We still have to, you know, kind of balance it, like you said earlier. I have to be better at kind of getting Book off the ball a little bit, let him be a two guard, let him score, let him work off pin downs and DHOs a little bit more because he works a little bit hard, playing point guard a little bit for us. So I think in terms of that, I think that's maybe where we can maybe visit our point guard situation. But, you know, for the most part, we're all very comfortable with handling the ball. Bradley,
we really appreciate your time today. Best of luck the rest of the season. We thank you for coming on for a few minutes. We enjoyed the conversation very much, so good luck, all right?
Beautiful show, fellas. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Bradley. Appreciate it.
Bradley Beal joining us here on the Arizona Sports Line, the Burns and Gambo Show. Really nice guy. First time we've had him on the season. I really enjoyed that conversation.
Total class act.
Very much.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona Sports.